Welcome. We are here with Ariana Zarling, and just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so I'm the Director of Student and Recent Alumni Engagement at the University of Minnesota Alumni Association. So my role is really focused on supporting students and recent grads. We do this through a variety of programmatic support across the university, but also a series of events during key campus traditions such as Welcome Week, Family Weekend, and graduation.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So how do you know me and what did we work on together?
Yeah, so Justin has been our photographer for a couple of my big events that are more like student and family facing, because that's what my role really is focused on. So during family weekend and during graduation season, he's done a really great job of capturing the celebratory nature of the events that we do. We have a family brunch in the fall where parents and family members who are also alumni of the U of M come with their current students and they do like a cute little pinning ceremony and just really celebrate that tradition that they're passing along. And we get some frankly adorable photos of families. So we're really grateful for Justin and all of the work that he does with that. And then in the spring, we have an event called Send Off, and we have about 1,500 graduating students come through. It's really open house, really celebratory. There's a lot going on. And Justin goes around and takes photos of students petting therapy animals and trying alumni-owned beverages and getting shopping the alumni-owned market, and really does a nice job of capturing all of the different components, even in an event that sometimes feels a little bit chaotic.
Sure.
And those resources are super helpful for us as we promote these opportunities for attendees in the future. So we have the all of these photos of graduating students having a great old party, and it helps our newly graduated students to see themselves at this event in the future, which is really helpful. And he does a good job of capturing like a variety of different experiences so that we can represent all the different people that we serve.
Awesome. Yeah. That was basically me. My next question was how was the experience overall and the delivery and how are you using the photos?
Yeah, I mean, overall, the experience has been super great. It's always a pleasure to work with Justin. We get photos back very quickly. We often have pretty tight turnarounds so that we can promote our events in our magazine that always goes to print like the day after our big event.
Sure.
And so Justin is very communicative and we're very able to like say like, hey, we need just like two photos just to put in this thing. And so he's able to prioritize that and get those to us quickly. And so we're really grateful for that quick turnaround, but also the willingness to be flexible with the different needs that we have, because we don't need all the photos right away, but we do need a handful sometimes. And those have been really helpful for promoting the events and all of that good stuff.
Yeah, and I know we've only worked on a couple specific events, you and me personally, but you've been on the team and we've seen each other now for at least 4 or 5 years, right?
It's been about three that I've worked
Yeah,
here.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a bit. And then yeah, those sort of results, et cetera. And then if somebody was thinking about it was on the fence about working with me, what would you say? What would you tell them?
I would tell them that you've been such a great photographer to work with, especially as we're trying to really capture the spirit of an event. I think when we are trying to decide who to hire for different events, we have a couple of photographers that we work with, and you're our go-to person for these events that are more like celebratory and less like sit down formal. I'm absolutely confident that that's in your skill set as well. But I just mean that like you're really able to capture the spirit and the nature of the event, whether it be homecoming, which I don't lead, but I have absolutely seen you at the past few years. But like the homecoming parade and all of the different events that we do, Sky Mania, our big pregame party, things like that, where there's a lot of things going on, and what we're really trying to capture is this like energy and this vibe. And you do a stellar job of capturing that, because it's sometimes more than just like making sure we have pictures of the person who is speaking. Like we want to have the full event experience really captured. And you do a really phenomenal job of that, which I think puts you above and beyond. And then I really think that your attitude and your willingness to like kind of go with the flow and adapt to things is super helpful. We have had a handful of events that, of course, nothing ever goes the way that you plan. And so even in those situations, you always have a smile on your face. You're always super friendly. And when we're like, hey, I know we said we were doing X, Y, and Z, but actually we're doing A, B, C instead. You've been like, okay, great. Wherever you want me, willing to go, and step in and be flexible in that way. So that's a skill that I think is super valuable and would really sets you apart as a photographer that can help capture these events.
Awesome. That's fantastic, Ariana. Thank you so much. And we're working together here like in a couple weeks too.
Yeah, you'll be doing headshots for us as well, which is something that we haven't tagged you in on for, but I am confident that you will do a wonderful job. And it's been really seamless, working through that process leading up to it, like hearing your perspective of what you need, especially as someone who's not a photographer. Like, I don't know all of the things that you need. So we're able to work together to make sure that that's a success. And I'm sure it will be.
Yeah, no, it'll be great. They'll be fabulous. There's every time I've done photos of recent graduates, they're so excited to actually get that. It's like their first touch of the professional life. Um,
Right.
they're always really really nice, and they're all young and beautiful. So
Yeah. And I think like the value of a professional headshot to someone who is just about to graduate college, I was almost said high school, just about to graduate college is
yeah,
so invaluable. Like that's such a high value thing that we're able to provide to them. And we're expecting over 1,000 students to come through our space. I don't know that they'll all come get headshots, but like that's a huge quantity of students. And so having a really flexible, wonderful photographer like you helping out is going to be really helpful as we try
great.
to do that.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you so much for being on here. I think we're good, Zoha. That was just fabulous. Wonderful.